I have to say, this has been one of the most overhyped piece of garbage that I have watched in my entire life. I mean, I've heard people talking about this movie, and I thought this is going to be great. People were saying that this is like a reintroduction into modern horror movies, but what I saw in the movie was trash. I absolutely hated it. I don't care if someone loved it. They have the right to, like whatever movie that they want to, but from my perspective, this was a trash movie overall. I mean, the pacing of this movie was so goddamn slow that I almost fell asleep in my chair. And the acting, oh my god. The actress was trying to put on some sort of a traumatized little child sort of thing with her character, but I could barely understand her. Her voice was like so low and she didn't have any emotions. Yeah, I get it. She had a lot of traumatic issues in the past and whatnot, but people don't behave like this. I mean, I have seen people with traumatic issues, but they try to overcome it. Granted that this character was trying to solve the entire mysteries and all that, but her character just felt like so out of place. I mean, her acting, or I guess it's the director's fault, not the actress's, but her acting just didn't do it justice. And also people were saying like, oh my god, Nicolas Cage is back. He's giving this Oscar-worthy performance, but every time Nicolas Cage was on the screen, I cringed so hard. I mean, what is he doing in the movie? At times he's like saying a bunch of random stuff, and then he's singing, and then he's bashing his head on the table. Oh yeah, good point. The actress or the character could have stopped. I forgot Nicolas Cage's character's name because this was a forgettable movie. She could have stopped that guy from breaking his nose by, I don't know, like simply putting her hands up or whatever, or just restraining the suspect or whatever. But she was like watching it like this. Hey, I'm so scared. I mean, you are a freaking cop. If you have the power to stop this guy from killing himself, but she's like standing there and even she's not opening the door. I mean, it was just stupid. And the a, a lot of the times I just don't understand. The little kid was trying to talk to the protagonist of the movie, and the protagonist was like, "Yeah, I'll go to your room. Hey, do you want to come to my birthday? Yeah, I'll come." I mean, what's she even trying to do here? I mean, this is the most pathetic piece of protagonist I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm just gonna. I said what I said, and I'm not gonna take it back. But yeah, the plot of this movie was sort of interesting, but after the half, after half an hour, I forgot what the movie was about because everything else was so boring. And I mean, in fact, I didn't quite get how she was piecing all these puzzles together in her head, and then the others were like asking her, "Hey, how are you solving this?" And she was like, "I looked." I mean, come on, man. Yeah, I get it. This had something to do with her childhood and whatnot, but come on, this is who wrote this shit? I just can't. I just can't. So, and the movie and the ending of the movie is sort of I don't know what kind of an ending is this. They are trying to do this Satan stuff, hypnosis stuff, which they barely explains, and in the end they got to the police officer's house and everyone's hypnotized. The police officer says to his wife that she is gonna kill her wife, and the protagonist just stands there. She could have done something to prevent a death, but she was standing there. I mean, come on, this is a human you're talking about. That there isn't any devilish restriction that's keeping you from helping this poor family. And so the guy kills his wife, And when he comes to kill the protagonist, that's when she realizes that, hey, I have a gun, pew pew, you're dead. And then her mother, I don't really understand her mother at all. Her mother tries to kill her child, even though she says that whatever she's doing is allowing her child to grow up, but then again, she tries to kill her child, and then she just kills her mother. Okay, whatever. But then I expected her to be burning up, like her mother said. So there wasn't really any sort of satanic mumbo jumbo going on because she was okay. And and what the hell was up with that doll? I mean, she tried to pull the trigger on that doll, but the gun got stuck, and she was like, "Okay, I'm gonna go now." I mean, can't you reload? Aren't you a freaking FBI agent? So the entire movie was horseshit. I mean, I can't believe I just watched this movie. Total waste of my time. I mean, I don't recommend it to anyone, and I have no idea why it's called Longlegs. I thought there was going to be some sort of a demon or a CGI monster at the end. I mean, I love horror movies. Don't get me wrong, I love horror movies, but this this wasn't a good sci-fi movie. This wasn't a good investigative movie, and this wasn't a good goddamn horror movie. So this was kind of my review. So leave your thoughts in the comments. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Let's talk it out like nerds.